I'm John F. Baker Jr., the author of The Washingtons of Wessyngton Plantation, Stories of My Family's Journey to Freedom. In looking for descendants of Wessyngton slave Granville Washington, I found the 1951 obituary of his daughter, Joyce Washington Nixon, that listed her niece, Mrs. Ann Nixon Cooper of Atlanta. I reached Mrs. Cooper, who was then 94 years old. After her parents died, she had been raised in Nashville by her Aunt Joyce, who had been born a slave at Wessyngton. Mrs. Cooper had heard many stories about Granville and Wessyngton, which she shared with me. In 2008, Mrs. Cooper, raised by that former Wessyngton slave, became a part of American history. She was interviewed by CNN when she voted at age 106, and then during his acceptance speech in Grant Park in Chicago, the first African American to be elected president said that he was thinking of Ann Nixon Cooper.
This election had many firsts and many stories that will be told for generations, but one that's on my mind tonight is about a woman who cast her ballot in Atlanta. She is a lot like the millions of others who stood in line to make their voice heard in this election, except for one thing. Ann Nixon Cooper is 106 years old. She was born just a generation past slavery, a time when there were no cars on the road or planes in the sky, when someone like her couldn't vote for two reasons: because she was a woman and because of the color of her skin. And tonight, I think about all that she's seen throughout her century in America. The heartache and the hope, the struggle and the progress. The times we were told that we can't, and the people who pressed on with that American creed: yes, we can.